Hello, everyone, to the honorable, lovely speakers for tonight, to our dear, supportive, enthusiastic, and active participants, the Team IGP. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Welcome to the Institute of Global Professionals free webinar. Thank you all for joining with us in this wonderful evening, and please stay with us till the end. I am your host for today's webinar, and at your service. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Team IGP to be associated as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. And it is my delight to welcome you all to the Institute of Global Professionals free webinar. It is my humble request and pleasure to all of you to stay with us till the end, for I am sure you will have many takeaways and payoffs from this webinar that you can use in your profession and everyday lives. Okay, each time you can like and comment in the comment box below. Don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in the comment box section below. So let's watch together and learn together because we believe that power is gained by sharing knowledge. Okay, now, every day, some new participants join with us. So let me give a little background about Institute of Global Professionals. The Institute of Global Professionals is an educational institution that provides social work. It serves a student and community, providing holistic social work and education to create a proficient generation. IGP, or the Institute of Global Professionals, is a leading online skill development with thousands of learners worldwide. IGP was entrusted with international recognition. We believe that it is not effective to increase one's skills just by acquiring formal education. So, we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We organize our webinar training, offline and online courses by best and trained speakers, coaches from all over the world to create a best learning platform for you all. Our mission is to empower people. We have already completed 184 webinars successfully. We expect that you all are getting little bit benefited in personal and professional life. And we wish that you all are remaining with us in this long journey. Let me remind you again, don't forget to share, tag, comment, and mention your friends in the comment box because your attachment encourages us to do better and best service to our lovely audience. Today, we are presenting the 185th webinar on the power of women leaders. So let's start our program with IGP Feed Your Skills. Okay, let us first introduce our first lovely speaker. Okay, our first lovely speaker is a sustainability expert who is a founder and managing director at Miyazu Environmental Management Services Limited. Miyazu is an IT services company offering services that promote the protection of natural resources and respect for the planet in line with the universal adopted values as advocated under the Sustainable Development Goals Vision of 2030. She is also an international registered auditor with Master of Science. Take note, she is a cum laude on the year 1999 from the University of the Witwatersrand and have a BA Arts Global School of Theology in USA. She has shared her sustainability insights and various scientific knowledge sharing national and international platforms. along with publications in scientific journals. She was honored with Essay Association for Advancement of Science Award for an outstanding MSc degree for the South African universities in the Faculty of Science in that year of her graduation. She is a multi-award winner from various highly esteemed organizations. To name a few, she was a regional winner such as Africa's Most Influential Women in Africa in the arts and culture sector in the year 2015 to 2016, professional services in the year 2017 to 2018, and later a regional winner of SADC South Small and Medium Enterprise Sector in the year 2019 to 2020. She has also been recognized by Hanel International, the United Kingdom, as an international environmental achiever. She is also an author and a poet who uses poetry as a voice to challenge certain stereotypes, unjust practices, or norms, and advocate for paradigm shift within various socio-economic development thematic areas, and as such, she plays an advocacy role, cultural role through expressing and advocating for recognition of indigenous knowledge in scientific settings, along with preservation of universal values, which influence ethical behaviors civic role by empowering, capacitating, and fostering civic engagement through her work as an environmental advisor and a stakeholder engagement strategist. She supports organizations to build their sustainability profiles and reduce their carbon footprints. She is dedicating her time to spearheading science sector, succession planning, and unlocking human capital value through mentoring. As a founding member of NIESO Growth and Development Institute, a nonprofit organization dedicated to reducing youth unemployment, her vision has supported several scientists to attain their professional scientific registration. She is the vice chairperson for Ladies All Nations International, South Africa, along with other business and scientific accreditation and affiliation. She has been recognized as a philanthropist and was honored with Doctor of Humanitarianism honor causa by the Global International Alliance in USA. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us all welcome Honorable Dr. Babawa Fati from South Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Anne, for that wonderful introduction. Much appreciated. I'm just sharing the screen quickly now. Is it sharing, Anne?
Not yet, madam.
Just excuse me. Um, Excuse me, Anne, is it showing?
Yes, madam.
Thank you.
Oh, it's off again, madam.
It's up.
It's off now. We cannot see anything, madam.
Oh, um, it's
Okay,
very.
well, Madam Babawa was check on her presentation. I would like to remind everyone to please don't forget to share, comment, and the section on the comment below. Share this live webinar with your friends and community.
Are we winning, Anne? Okay.
Okay, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Okay.
What?
So, where's your
Are we
presentation,
seeing the
madam?
presentation?
Yeah, there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the
Yes, madam.
slideshow. Thank you so
It
much.
is there. Yes.
Thank you so much. Greetings to all the participants, and just my apologies for that a bit of delay there. I am so excited to be here, and I acknowledge everybody who's participating today. Um, the power of women leaders. Our power lies in our unity. It lies on embracing diversity. We are gathered here today doing just that, where we are learning from each other, as Ma'am Anne was indicating, because this platform, Institute of Global Professionals, is providing us with that opportunity to share ideas, to embrace diversity from various countries. We gather together from our diverse backgrounds so that there can be input into the solutions that are affecting our world, and the solutions can be inclusive enough. I would like to just acknowledge Institute of Global Professionals and thank them for this opportunity. Education is the great engine of personal development. That was South African's former President Nelson Mandela, the Nobel Prize winner. I also want to just acknowledge Ladies of All Nations International, and my fellow sisters, Yasmin and Yazandri today. We are here as women, and a house that is divided against itself shall not stand. I'm just quoting what was quoted by Encyclopedia Britannica in 1911. So today I am representing Ladies of All Nations International under the leadership and founder of this organization is Professor Caroline Makaka. And in South Africa, the South African chapter, whom I represent, is led by the chairperson, Shamila Ramjuan. She's also the African chairperson. Thank you. Today, as we are talking under the theme, the power of women leaders, I will just focus on bringing us all on board and reminding ourselves or pondering on what is leadership and what are the traits that qualify one to be a leader. Where does that power of leadership lie? Is it in personal attributes? Is it in our titles that we hold in our various organizations when we say we are leaders? Then I will touch on what is our power as women leaders. What is the world missing out through non-inclusive policies? Because it's their loss. If the policies that are governing the world at this current juncture are not inclusive enough, and there's a huge segment of society in the form of women that is excluded. What is the current status quo in the world in realizing and leveraging the power in promoting inclusive economic growth? What is the current status quo? Is the world really leveraging that power that women seem to have as we are driving this engine, the economic growth of our world? If we're not recognized, or we are still, the status quo is not good enough in terms of gender equality, what options do we have then? Do we sit around and grumble when our power is not yet recognized and embraced? I'll just touch on some of the tips that I believe and the things that we can be doing as a collective, as women, so that our power doesn't get lost. Because just because it's not recognized, just because it's not used in the platforms where it should be used, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. What is leadership then? What qualifies one as a leader? Where is the core of the power of leadership? From the research, it seems leadership has nothing to do with titles, because they seem to hold the holders of such titles hostage, whereby people tend to be bound by the title, that they focus on the hierarchy rather than the key performance areas that the title was intending to remind them of and help them to deliver on. Bill Gates says, as we look ahead in the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. So leadership is not about my title, it's about my ability to empower, my ability to capacitate, my ability to provide resources so that those who are helping me with the vision can be able to do it efficiently. And as I'm doing that as well, I'm providing effective control. And Warren says, leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. So just because I have a vision, it doesn't necessarily make me a leader. The ability to lobby and influence and bring others on board and in bringing that vision into reality seems to be what leadership is about. What I liked most in the research was by Kevin Cruz. He's a contributor at Forbes, where he's saying leadership is a process of social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards achievement of a goal. So it aligns nicely with the previous definitions as well. I'm trying to move down to the next slide. I seem to. Okay. So from these definitions, it goes to say that the things that really yield results and make leadership to be what it is intended to be, they lie in the ability of that person that is regarded as a leader to see further than the rest and to have courage. Because you see things that other people do not see yet. You are treading where maybe eagles might not dare to tread. You are innovating, and you need to take that message from your vision and communicate it with others so that you can be able, they can be able to help you and understand exactly what you are trying to achieve. So you need to be able to have abilities to listen and promote inclusivity. You cannot just have this vision and bring it into reality alone. You need others. Then with that then comes this requirement for you to have the listening skills. You need to be able to communicate, gather the views of others, all these divergent views, assimilate them, process, so that you can act and help others to act with you towards achievement of what of the goal or your vision. You need to be able to empower and influence, build capacity, because if you do not capacitate others and provide resources, the vision will not become reality. You need to harness talent, future focus, understanding that for sustainability, you need succession planning. There's got to be application of ethics in all that you're doing. You need to be authentic. You need to be legitimate in the way that you act, promote credibility. You need to be accountable. You need to be transparent. And all that is about just being a steward of that which has been entrusted upon you. So leadership, you do not own it. You are a steward when you are a leader. You need to nurture and protect so that in whatever has been entrusted upon you, there's effective control, there's efficiency, there's order. You need to be resilient because not everybody will move along with you. So you need to be able, when in turbulent times, when things don't go your way, you need to be able to come back and still lobby others to see that which you saw before turbulent times. That needs strength, that needs you to be agile, that needs you to be able to adapt to changing situations, that needs and requires emotional intelligence, that requires courage. So if then this is what makes a leader, it means that there's nothing that excludes women from being great leaders. We have the power within ourselves because all these characteristics that I've just outlined, when you look at all of them, women do have. And some of them seem to be specific only to women. The ability to empathize, to feel, to lobby, to be social. So we can make great leaders. That is our power. And interesting enough, one of our power is the resilience and the strength that comes from having to fight to get to the top. That is what we have to offer. If there's one needs to be agile, resilient, automatically, by the very fact that we are sitting here helping the United Nations, the implementation of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 5, gender equality. The fact that we are saying and fighting for these platforms and the spaces and the seats on the table to be provided for us, it takes courage and takes strength to be in that position. So the minute you are given that opportunity, already there's this innate ability that came from the fact that you have been fighting for that space. Therefore, that is our power, the resilience and the strength that is necessary in leadership. Defying the odds is a leadership quality that any organization needs. So if you have fought for the seat at the table, you have defied the odds. And when things don't go the way they should be going in that organization, they need to tap in your own ability and that leadership quality that qualifies you to have that power that they can leverage in making things work and be functional and be orderly and be effective, and so that there can be efficiency in that organization. And our ability to care. We are mothers, we are life givers, we nurture, we feel, we empathize. So that is the emotional intelligence that is needed now in leadership, the ability to think not only with your head, but with your heart, the value systems of inclusivity. So most of the women run businesses. I'll make an example with my organization, Miezo Environmental Management Services. Our value system are based on the very fact that as a woman, I care. So we communicate, we are accountable, we are responsible, we try to excel in everything that we do. Where is our power? I still continue with that. It is on the very fact that we are able to build communities. The former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, once declared that he grew up in a village that was run purely by women, because in urbanization and industrialization, the men were taken and shipped as cheap labor to the places where there was industrialization. And then the women would stay at home and make sure that those communities were functioning, that there was governance within those societies. So to say that there's no power or the seat is not being provided because women cannot lead, that is a myth. We're sitting here now, I'm talking, we were raised by these same women when and men were there during industrialization, yes, providing the financial resources and supporting the system. However, at the forefront of leadership were the women. What is the current status quo? World Economic Forum, the Global Gender Gap Report of 2021, considered 156 countries, and I quote from that report: on its current trajectory, it will now take 135.6 years to close the gender gap worldwide. That is sad. But we are women. We must not lose heart for the sake of our future generations, because 135 years, it means that we should not be self-centered. We're not doing whatever we're doing for ourselves. We're doing it for the future generations. We will not be here in 135 years. Since 2006, the Global Gender Gap Index measures the extent of gender-based gaps amongst 4 key dimensions. Political empowerment is found that only 22.6% of over 3,400 ministers worldwide are women, and it will take 145 years to attain gender parity in politics. Economic participation and opportunity estimate that it will take another 267 years to close the gender gap. This is disheartening. Educational attainment seems we've progressed. The world is doing better there. Health and survival, we're doing better. But the context of today, leadership, 267 years, people, if we still move at the pace that we're moving at. Senzeni na. This Senzeni is in isiXhosa, in one of the South African languages. There's 11 languages in South Africa, formal recognized languages. Loosely translated, it says, "What have we done to deserve this injustice?" During the time when South Africa was still fighting for equality, for freedom, where some groups of the society were marginalized, when there would be those massacres and killings that were happening, the marginalized groups would gather together and ask the question, what have we done? Senzeni na, senzeni na, senzeni na. Senzeni na, senzeni na. I'm posing that question. If we are talking about 135 years and we're sitting and comfortable with this kind of injustice, because inequality, gender inequality is not different from what we're fighting for as many of the countries to gain our freedom, then we are coming and be comfortable in subjecting another members of the same group of people who are fighting for freedom with us to such inequality and injustice. Then really, what have we done? However, there is hope, because there is emergency to close this gender gap in the form of gender gap country accelerators, whose key objectives are to increase female labor force participation broadly and in selected sectors, increasing the number of women in leadership positions, closing gaps in wage and remuneration, building parity in emerging and high demand skills and jobs. Because currently, status quo says on average, only 55% of women are in labor market versus 78%. And women are the majority. And we still face financial disparities, accessing credit, land, or financial products. And if we are expected to use this power within us to lead, then if we are subjected to all these hindrances, how is the world going to extract that value? To me, it's a self-sabotage. Having looked at all the status quo, what can we do then when the system of marginalization is still thriving? Do we sit down and feel sorry for ourselves? Because it's obvious, the data is showing us that the storm is still raging. We need to survive turbulent times. Having done all to stand, let us continue, women, to stand. Therefore, we need to be able to orchestrate our movement in this uneven terrain, because this number of years that we're hearing about, 135 years predicted by the World Economic Forum, is a long time. We need to survive in these turbulent times, because this is turbulence. Each individual has a role to play. I quote, "The ability to walk on uneven terrain is important for uncompromised mobility and autonomy during daily life." That is just a standard. It's a scientific fact. It's medical fact, health and safety fact. And this was published by Kent et al. In the Science report, as it's cited there. This says then we really need to unite, need to encourage each other, educate, which is why platforms like these are very important, inspire each other, build each other up, nurture young generation. By virtue of us being women, we are mothers. Doesn't necessarily mean biologically giving birth, but we are mothers. So nurturing and helping our children grow, succession planning in building other young women to be able to take this position and continue with the fight. Because if we're talking 135 years, we need to advocate for this. We need to have ways of showing the world that they are missing out if we are excluded. We need to be able to predict where we are at, assimilate, proactively act together, and adapt to changes in our environment. It's not time for grumbling. Need to acknowledge the injustice and inequality that is happening. However, we cannot sit and grumble. A society, okay, what do we need then if we are going to rally together, support each other, and help others to get these seats at the table, and enable them when they are there to be able to bring other women on board, create spaces and opportunities for others? How is this going to happen then? We need support to showcase this innate power to lead. In South Africa, we have the Department of Women. That is part of the dedication and the support that is demonstrated by our country to make sure that women are supported. And there is this recognition that a society that realizes the socio-economic empowerment of women and the advancement of gender equality, that is the vision of this department. They say they want to create a society that realizes the socio-economic empowerment of women and advancement of gender equality. This transformation will only be possible through changing the way in which we make decisions and shape policies, through inclusion and participation, particularly of the underprivileged and those who are often voiceless. We thank United Nations Women. This is a quote from Michelle Bachelet, who's a human rights advocate and the first woman president of Chile. We need enabling regulatory framework In South Africa, we have a plethora of legislation to support the women in their various spaces where they are operating and growing their leadership capabilities and unleashing the power that is within them. The Constitution is the foundation and the cornerstone, and all other legislation is built upon that, because our Constitution enshrines the rights of all people in our country and affirms the democratic values of human dignity, equality, and freedom. We need men to support these global imperatives, to challenge bias and prejudice. Because sometimes it takes courage to be able to challenge the very same system that you are benefiting from, unfairly or otherwise. Therefore, we need to examine our hearts. How is that different from getting opportunities solely based on the color of your skin? If you are given these opportunities because you are male, was the fight for freedom self-centered then? Then the same drive and the vigor and unity that we showed when we are fighting for freedom is what is needed now. It's a different form of advocacy and fight, but it's not all right, the stats that we're seeing. We have a lot to provide, and it's women like these, it's men like these, like phenomenal African woman champion, who are acknowledging the uniqueness and the character of women that is needed and is key in leadership. So we need to follow the trumpet call, being there for each other and knowing that we have something to give. We need to share our emotional intelligence in decision making when we find ourselves in those spaces, educate, inspire, build each other up. World problems need insight and they need a heart. Unite and protect, be each other's keepers, identify opportunities to onboard other women leaders, identify opportunities and promote inclusion. We are givers of life. We're mothers. We co-create, so we cannot exclude men in ensuring that we reap the benefits of our leadership innate abilities. By the very fact that we can give birth, the world is missing out on that courage to launch ideas, because when you are pregnant, you push against all odds. So if we have that natural ability, no man has, and the world is not recognizing that, there are so many policies that will never see the light of days because there will not be courage to launch those ideas. We're able to co-create, so collaboration comes naturally to us. Succession planning, growing young generation of women leaders, the world is missing out if we are not included. Women, we are great leaders. No grumbling, no feeling sorry, pity party. While we wait, advocate for change, continue to drive economic growth, provide those services and products, collaborate with other women, serve each other truthfully. Let's live our truth, support each other, upgrade the standard of living of our people and the motherless. That is leadership, and we have that power. While we wait, change the norms and traditions. Women, leadership starts at home. We have the power to change those norms and traditions. We have the power to challenge patriarchy if it's what needs to be challenged. Create opportunities for each other and share them. Don't kick the ladder when you are up. Allow others to come, because you won't succeed alone. We need to do this as a collective. Hold each other's hands. Use our hearts. Today I say, go ahead and be emotional. We're not given positions because they say women are emotional. Feel think. Show up in pink in those booths, whatever you choose to authentically present yourself. Just present yourself authentically. Break those stereotypes. Be kind. We are sensitive. We are gentle. We empathize. We love. Love for humanity is what is going to drive leaders to take decisions that should be taken and not be self centered. And we need women to achieve that. That is the power that is resting in women leaders. The policies and strategies, once you get those opportunities, influence those policies, change the culture. But we need the enabling environment for us to be able to thrive. Our competitive edge lies in us being fully who we are. Do not sell your birthright. Do not sell your power to be great. Embrace your heritage, your core, your essence. Be resourceful with the little that you have. Learn. Each path, each twist and turn is an opportunity to discover hidden truth that only you can discover. You are a great leader. Rebellion is when you look society in the face and say, I understand who you want me to be, but I'm going to show you who I actually am. That was Anthony. And the youngsters are saying to you, go ahead, be on fleek. You are great youth leaders. There's this Native American saying, I'm about to finish right now. Okay, just 2 minutes. A people is not defeated until the hearts of its women are on the ground. Discover your truth, be true to who you are, and illuminate that power within. Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate, that we are unable to lead, but that we are powerful beyond measure. Imposter syndrome, maybe? Could it be that? What we are suffering from? When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love has always won. In conclusion, I would just like to say women have the power to lead. The world is still not recognizing it. 135 years, if we continue on this pace, that's what it will take to change and close the gender gap. But while we still wait for the world to recognize what they are missing out by not including women, let us unite and build each other. I'm saying, lead like the woman you are, seek the counsel of the wise, and learn from others, but never, never, ever strangle your own voice by being somebody else's clone. I'm not trying to be women, to be men. We are women. Remember, only a diamond can be used to mechanically cut a diamond and turn it into a polished gem. Be open to be guided by other women. Institute of Global Professionals, thank you for guiding all of us to be better, to be great. Thank you for the platform. I thank you all.
Thank you so much, the Madam Babawa. Thank you so much for that very encouraging and empowering topic. Okay, I know all of our participants was encouraged and empowered to do what you have said, and what you have suggested. Okay, so I
Thank
have
you.
here some notes. Okay, so how about our dear participants? What are your notes? Okay, number one notes. Leaders are those who empower others. Okay, so I'll take note. I'll keep that in mind. Leaders are those who provide resources. Leaders are those who translate vision into reality. That means into material thing, into material. It is happening. It should be happening. Okay. Okay. Leadership is stewardship. Okay. And lastly, women are great leaders, just like Madam Babawa. Okay. Okay, madam, thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for that very excellent, informative, inspiring presentation. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. I'm sure that all the participants, okay, was enlightened and benefited from your brilliant expert insight. We will get back to you later, madam, on the question and answer portion.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, again, let me remind everyone, dear participants, don't forget to like, share, tag, and comment on our comment box. So share this live video with your friends and communities. Okay, thank you. We now proceed to our second speaker. Okay, our second speaker is is a transformative educator and coach specializing in inside out approaches for achieving a conscious separation and divorce, attracting authentic love, and developing healthy money dynamics. She thrives in helping people transform the relationship with themselves as the gateway to create authentic relatedness, effective partnerships, conscious money dynamics, and happy, healthy love in their lives. She is a former lawyer, and her process revealed that at first hand how relational literacy took precedence over legal knowledge when it came to consciously uncoupled and create fertile ground for the family to thrive when change was inevitable. Consciously, she's engaging this experience proved to be life changing, and she developed a passion for supporting people to have a better relationship with themselves, with others, and even with money. To this end, in the last decade, she have offered her services to the roles of number one, transformative educator. She is also a conscious uncoupling relationship coach. She is also calling in the one relationship coach. She is also a certified money coach. She is also a Franklin Covey consultant of the seven habits of highly effective people. Through it all, she have had the good fortune of working with teens, women, and members of organizations or businesses, which has further allowed her to see the diverse scenarios where either having or lacking foundation, self-relational awareness is a game changer. While remaining active in these roles, she successfully supports people to recover from a breakup or heartache, engage at the end of relationship in a highly conscious way, transform unhealthy dynamics with money, become magnetic to soulmate relationships of any kind, or even simply begin with loving themselves more. She is based in Puerto Rico and support clients from any part of the world, offering all her service in English and Spanish, or a healthy combination of both. Ladies of All Nations International Puerto Rico Chairperson. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us all welcome Madam Sandra Munoz Borrelli.
Hi, everybody. I am honored to be here. Thank you, Dr. Caroline Makaka and the Institute for Global Professionals for inviting me and for inviting me to share the stage with this amazing and inspiring woman, Dr. Bawawa and Juni Jasmine. Thank you. I'd like to begin sharing my screen. Let me just do that. Can you see it? Can you see my presentation?
Yes, madam.
Yes?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I'd like to begin by sharing with you something personal. I have a daughter who would be 19 years old this month, and she's a wise woman with a big heart, and she has a great desire to make a difference in the world. When she was in high school, the project that she had for her graduation was called The Need for More Female Leaders. So, as you can imagine, she could have been here with us presenting and maybe would have been able to experience a perspective of a young woman as well. 2 years ago, it was time for her to fill out her college applications. And guess what? She wanted to be a leader. She looked for a program in leadership, going through all the colleges, but she couldn't find it anywhere. At least in my part of the world, we do not have college degrees in leadership, although there's some college degrees in leadership in specific programs, but it's not like you can study to be a leader just like that, at least in this part of the world. So for us, the question was, what do you study when you want to be a leader and you want to make a difference in the world? Do you study politics? Do you study business? Do you study psychology? Where do you get the skills that you need to be a great leader? Do you study communications? Do you study marketing? I mean, it's 2021 after all, and there's a lot that has to do with branding, social media, so that we can get that message into the world. Well, the fact is that we spend a lot of time trying to figure out what was the next step for her so that she could be prepared to be an amazing leader. Eventually, I got to the conclusion that you do not study to be a leader, that you become one. My name is Isandra, and I am the founder of I am a transformative educator and coach, and I am the founder of Happy Healthy Love, which is the project through which I help others. I live in Puerto Rico. That's an island in the Caribbean, and I have been living here all my life. My mission is to be of service in co-creating a happy, healthy, loving world. That means that I would be interested in anything and all that is related to making our world a better place in some way. I am the mother of two. My son is also in college. I have my daughter and my son are two beautiful young people who strive to make a difference. I have a background in law. I studied to be a lawyer, and I practiced this profession for a few years. And then I had a career change, and I became a relationship coach, specializing in three main areas. One of them is calling in the one, and I help people attract and sustain happy, healthy, loving relationships. I am also a money coach, and through that, I help people develop healthy money dynamics. Sometimes we don't realize that we actually have a relationship with money and that it drives many of our decisions. And understanding where we stand in a way is life changing, and also finding a way to make that relationship healthy is life changing too. It's a beautiful process I've been blessed to be working with in the past year. I am also a conscious uncoupling coach, and I help people who have realized it's time to part ways to do it in a conscious way, to do it in a harmonious way that serves themselves, the people that are impacted by the relationship, and the world as well. I have also worked with the work of Dr. Stephen Covey, the writer of the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and their local firm in Puerto Rico. And I have worked as a productivity consultant with them. And I've also been working with his teachings with young adults. I am a teacher of not young adults, teenagers. I'm a teacher for teenagers, and I've been able to share these teachings with them as well. I am a student. Why? Because I always want to learn new things. And because of that, I am a teacher. I was not formally trained to be a teacher, but I know that being a teacher is my vocation. And what I always want to share is anything and everything can help me or anybody else have a happy, healthy life and be of service to a happy, healthy, loving world. So that was a little bit about me. And today, I am grateful that I've been able to be a part of this and share some insights on the power of women leaders. And I actually have a proposal regarding how women can have access to become truly powerful leaders that we create a happy, healthy, loving world. And that's why my presentation is called Know Yourself, Be the Leader of Your Relationships, and Impact the World. If we break this down, I can break this topic in these 3 steps. Know yourself. Knowing yourself is the foundation of being able to create happy, healthy relationships. That was my experience. I'll tell you a little bit more about this. And I think that in the capacity that we can all get to know ourselves better, we are going to be in a better position to create better relationships, happy, healthy, loving relationships. And when we do that, then we having the capacity to create happy and healthy relationships becomes key to being a powerful leader in all of your life. You cannot lead if you don't have a good relationship with others. Doesn't matter what area of your life you're in. Really, being able, I think, to master your ability to create good relationships is foundational for that. So, knowing yourself and becoming a powerful leader in your relationships would be a gift you give yourself, you give others, and you give to the world. So I want to share now a little bit about the origin of where I had this realization. It was really like an epiphany for me through my own experiences. And this came about when I experienced a conscious and harmonious divorce. Of course, when you are, I was in a marriage with a noble man for 19 years. And 2 years before we ended the marriage, the question came up if it was time. And it was really a moment to, it became a moment for me to become a leader in my relationship, because I didn't want this to be more terrible than it already was, in terms of having to end a relationship, to transition, to change a relationship. And I really worked for it. The positive outcome did not happen by chance. It was really intentional. And it became the foundation for my career change. That's how that was the first step. My experience going through that was the first step for me to become a transformative educator and coach, because the experience of having the person I became in the process of experiencing this transition out of the relationship opened doors for me, and also gave me skills. I developed skills that I didn't have before, that are useful in all my relationships, in all areas of my life. And I didn't really notice the impact that having worked to have a good relationship, even at the end of a marriage, when things get really intense, I didn't really get what the effects this would have in my life until years later. While I was studying the work of Dr. Stephen Covey, I read this quote: private victories precede public victories. And this quote is really profound. It's talking to us about how we have to master the relationship with ourselves first in order, have that victory first in order to be in a position to have a public victory, in order to have better relationship with others, whether it's with your partner, with your business associate, with your clients, with your patients, with your rivals, whatever it is. And this understanding, um, understanding that opened the door for me to see that in my case, it had not been my title and knowledge as a lawyer what had helped me to have a good and conscious divorce. It was much more than that. A conscious and harmonious divorce became possible for me as I learned to know myself in a deeper way, as I as that knowledge of myself allowed me to step into being a powerful leader of that relationship, of the transition, of ending a relationship and even constructing the new one that was required, in our case, for us to be co-parents of our children in a harmonious way and an effective way. This moment in my life, as I said, has had endless ramifications. And if it had not been for that moment and for who I became in that moment, I wouldn't even be here talking to any of you, really. Um, so my proposal is that for any woman or any man, it doesn't matter, is to know yourself, be the leader of your relationships, and impact the world. And I'm going to repeat this several times because it's a process. Knowing yourself is the foundation of being able to create happy, healthy, loving relationships. If you don't know yourself properly, and I don't mean to say you don't know what your favorite color is, what your favorite music is, we all know that. But do we know, are we aware of our feelings, our real feelings? Are we aware and conscious and interested in our real needs, in our real desires? Because when we are not, this has a huge impact in our relationships. When we cannot share with another where we stand, that has a huge impact. Whether it's your partner at home, in the office, in the community, it doesn't matter. It will affect you. And once you start being able to be in your power, in who you are, from a place that it's not like you won't be a tyrant at all, where you can be powerful in a way that is noble, respectful, and kind, then you're really, really harnessing true power as I see it. So the capacity to achieve that, to create happy and healthy relationships, becomes a key to being a powerful leader in all areas of your life. And thus, knowing yourself and becoming a powerful leader in your relationships is a gift you give yourself, others, and the world. That said, I'd like to share a few pointers on what I think leadership is. First of all, just like um, the previous presenter shared, I talk about the title. A person can be called a leader because they hold a title. But for me, that doesn't really make the person a leader. I mean, they can officially be called a leader because the dictionary says so, but are they actually achieving their goals? Are they actually having people follow them or being inspired by what they are doing? So for me, authentic leadership is not a title. It doesn't really guarantee that leadership and influence is happening. For me, authentic leadership is a way of being, it's a way of becoming, which was what I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation. A way of showing up in life that inspires others to grow up, to show up in similar ways. And the effectiveness of this authentic leadership is measured by the impact you create in those you serve, by the willingness that those you serve have of following you or joining you or translating what they learned from you into their own spaces and their own stance and missions. In that sense, anybody can be a leader if they choose to. For me, leadership is a choice. Appointments and titles are not required. The opportunities are endless if you make the best of the roles that you already have. We don't have to wait to be appointed or given an opportunity. We can, as Sheryl Sandberg says, lean in and occupy the spaces, even the roles that we already have. The truth is, we have all sorts of roles. Some people are going to be supervisors, mentors, managers, but many women are mother. And as Dr. Bawala said, we are mothers even if we haven't had children. There's a way in which motherhood comes through us. You can be a leader as a friend, as an athlete, as a decision maker. All of these roles as a trainer, you can be, of course, the president of whatever organization there is, but you're also a leader if you're a teacher or if you're a homemaker or if you're a content creator, which is the latest areas in which we have leadership going on. So when we properly cultivate the relationship with ourselves, you can really become a powerful leader in every area of your life. At least that is my proposal. And I also want to, in line with that, share with you some pointers, what I think would be some key action steps that can help you occupy the roles that you already have and um, find a way, if you are not doing it already, to become a leader in those areas at this time. No need to wait. So these 7 key action steps are for you to know yourself, be the leader of your relationships, and impact the world. The first one is own it. Own your power. No matter where you are, you can be a powerful leader. That means that you can choose to lean in, take opportunities, make the best of what you have. Of course, look around for inspiration. There's so many inspiring women and men too that can give us an idea of how we want to stand for in the world. But also look within, access your own gifts, own them, and use them in service of our world. The next one is intend your outcome. And that has to do with your vision, but it also has to do with what you are willing to do and create. It should include what you want to offer, what your stand is, who you are going to be, who you're going to be being as you choose to occupy that space for leadership. For example, one intention that I can have as a teacher is my intention is to be a respectful, kind, wise, and effective teacher. That is who I want to be. That inspires students to become agents of change. That is what I want to cause them, that are willing to create a happy, healthy, loving world. There is a lot of clarity in my intention of who I want to be and what I want my outcome to be about. When I have this clarity in me and I have this visible for me, then it is easier for me to align my actions with what I want to achieve. And the test of what I am achieving comes from noticing if this is actually happening. So some years ago, I had a beautiful moment in which one student pointed out to me, my students are 11 and 12 years old, to whom I teach a class called Be the Change, character education class. And one of them told me that one thing that she would never forget about my class is that I was teaching about kindness while being kind to all. So in that moment, I knew that I was being effective, at least to one student, right? I don't know how many are going to be impacted by my work, but I have a clear intention of what I am doing, and I try to align with it with my actions. The next one is connect with yourself. And I already mentioned a little bit about this one in terms of understanding what your feelings are, being able to learn how to manage your emotions, um, understanding what your needs are, what your desires are, being able to express them. If you're pretty mad and you go to the office and you're the president of whatever it is, and you don't know how to handle your emotions, that leadership title is not it's not gonna help if you don't know how to handle situations. So I think it's very important that we learn how to connect with ourselves and really understand where we are and do what it takes to take care of ourselves in all the ways that are required. Another one is then identify areas of growth. So once you know where you're doing great, and once you know where you need some help, whether it's emotions, communication, clarity, public speaking, whatever it is that you notice that you're going to need to be able to be a powerful leader in a way that you want, then you are ready to harness the courage, right? Probably those things you don't already know how to do are are because you never thought they were for you, or because you don't have the courage. So one of the things that is important at this stage is to be able to break your own glass ceilings. Sometimes we have put a limit to ourselves regarding what we can achieve. I usually share with my students this example of, sometimes we feel like if we are shy, I will never be able to be a public speaker, and stand up for what I stand for my cause, or for what I want to work towards. And I have to tell you that I am certain that that is not true, because I used to be that person. I couldn't speak publicly, and look now, I'm speaking in YouTube all around the world. So we have to understand that sometimes we have put a glass ceiling over our heads, and that it's up to us to break it. If you train yourself, if you go to Toastmasters, if you do something, you can learn how to do public speaking, feel confident with your camera, with your audience, and you can do even more than you can do with what you have. So it is important to harness, identify those areas of growth, and then harness the courage, break those glass ceilings so that you can continue evolving yourself, and with that helping the world. And then you have the opportunity to learn and grow. Of course, you will have to practice everything that you are um, wanting to grow inside of you. And there is going to be a learning curve, of course. And we have to be able to embrace that, because just because we're practicing something doesn't mean we're going to master. And, in the end, we're all human. There's no need to be perfect in any way. What is important is how your heart is here when you are wanting to be of service, and that you show up, really. It's really all about showing up. And of course, celebrate the journey. It is a journey. Whatever you do for the world, you're doing for yourself. If you want to serve a cause, that cause is the one that will lead your own growth. It will challenge you to become the leader, right? If you choose to stand for a cause, the cause will challenge you to become the leader, and it will be a journey for you. The cause will serve you. You will serve the cause, and the cause will serve you. So it is a beautiful opportunity, a beautiful process that you can choose to take on in your life. So here you have them all. Own your power, intend your impact, connect with yourself, identify areas of growth, harness courage, learn and grow, and celebrate the journey. So, in the end, becoming a powerful leader is a choice. That's how I see it. And in each moment, we all have the choice to become powerful leaders and create a happy, healthy, loving world. Knowing ourselves and becoming aspiring leaders in our relationships is key, according to my insights and what I have experienced with myself and with clients. Knowing yourself is the foundation of being able to create happy, healthy relationships. The capacity to create happy, healthy relationships is key to being a powerful leader in all areas of your life. And knowing yourself and becoming a powerful leader in your relationships is a gift you give yourself, others, and the world. I believe that a happy, healthy world is possible if we all choose to know ourselves better and grow in the ways that will generate the healthy relationships that humanity most needs today. So I invite you to consider that, to open yourself to evolve your relationships in such a way that you can serve the world in ways that maybe you have not tried before. And notice how the world will also serve you as you do so. Thank you for our time together. I am overjoyed to have been able to share my insights with you. And if you want to receive any invitation to any of my future workshops, you can register here or find me in the social media. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Sandra. Very well said. Really, it is knowing yourself can do a lot of things. Knowing your potentials, your skills can go a long way. Okay? Is that true, dear participants? It is. Our experiences open doors for opportunities, as what Ma'am Isandra have pointed out with her experiences. Okay. So thank you again, Madam Isandra. Okay, for that excellent, informative, inspiring, and motivational presentation. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. I'm sure that all of our participants was enlightened and benefited from your brilliant expert insights. We will get back to you later, Madam, on the question and answer portion.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam. Okay. Again, dear participants, don't forget to share, tag, and comment on the comment section. Share this live webinar with your friends and in your community. Okay, as we go along, we will introduce to you our third speaker. Okay, our third speaker. Okay, our third speaker is a CSR expert, a humanitarian, a philanthropist, a social activist, a fashion guru, and an entrepreneur who is passionate about making a real difference to big issues like the environment and sustainability, poverty, health, education, and family welfare of the underprivileged in the society. Madam Juhi is a highly astute, energetic, and team-spirited professional with over 24 years experience in business, public relations, and marketing campaigns and others, having a consistent track record of working successfully with companies, individuals, charitable organizations, diplomats, and government officials, all within a variety of settings. She is the founder and managing director of JYK Community and Hospitality Services, Future Philanthropies, CSR Initiatives, Preparation Company, JYK Fashion House, and Weekender Trading. Through running these companies successfully, Madam Judy is involved in business and corporate social responsibility activities, social campaigns and projects, and others. Madam Julie works as a CSR and charity initiative expert and consultant with various charity organizations. She possesses an in-depth understanding of corporate social responsibility activities and dealing with government officials, companies, and individuals. She has extensive knowledge of corporate social responsibility and social work principles, techniques, and practices and their application for the benefit of society and the environment. She is also the founder of health group called Women Helping Women. She had formed the group with some of the most influential women leaders from diverse fields in UAE to help and empower underprivileged women of the society. The group is involved in helping women in need. Through the group, Madam Juhi has helped many underprivileged women of society, including laborers and other blue-collar workers. She is Ladies of All Nations International United Arab and teens helps uncover natural strengths, deepen self-awareness, and activate creative thinking to ensure they succeed at work and in life. She believes elements of philanthropy and sustainability should be mandatory for all the leaders. Madam Juhi is on a mission to create more philanthropist leaders in UAE. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Madam Juhi Yasmin Khan.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your beautiful words for my introduction. I'm really honored. And first of all, I would like to say thank you to the Institute of Global Professions, who has providing us this such beautiful platform actually to get together of the like-minded women together today and share our insight with each other. And for that, this is such a beautiful topic, the power of women leaders, where actually this is one of my favorite topic, and what Dr. Babanlua and Miss Zelindra through the light and enlightened all of us, and I learned a lot of things through their talk and their things actually, which is very enlightening for all of us. So I would like to continue what these two lovely ladies has already put lots of light on this beautiful subject, which is called the power of the women leaders. I would like to say, first of all, like when we as a woman, we born actually. So God, long back, He created us as women, and He has decided that these women will be the leaders. Like I can say how, because the God gave us the ability to give the birth of a child, which is, I think, to me, is the most leadership skills in any humankind. And for that, I can say that women are they are born leaders when they can give the birth to another human, which is maybe a man or another woman or anything, and they start their life with this leadership skills, bearing the pain of a child, giving them birth and nurturing them, and giving their input for nurturing that full humanity, the society which is there. So, like in my way, each and every woman has a capacity to become a leader. It up to them, the each and every individual woman, how they nurture that, how they utilize their potential at a large scale. Some of the women, they get opportunities and some they don't. So it's by chance, or sometimes it's by the own efforts actually. Today I'll tell you that I have not prepared any presentation because actually I was busy, I was outside the country, and then I returned. And I would like to talk about this from my heart, because as women, and as we have achieved, I have achieved like whatever the you gave me the introduction about me. This is through my hard work, my intention that I am going to be a leader in the future. It was in me. The urge was within me. The fire was within me. So this fire, the urge, has to be inside the woman. And I think most of the women, they have it, but some of them, they don't get opportunity, and some of them, they get it actually. So if I talk about my group, which we have created over here, and first of all, I would like to say that I am from United Arab Emirates, which is UAE, which is a good mix of a seven emirates of UAE, which makes the UAE very strong. And if you see, we are not a very big infrastructure, like big in the shape of land or anything, but we are one of the leading countries now on in the map of the world. And this is only through the leadership actually. And once one decided that I have to lead, I have to set my goals, I have to achieve those goals, and I have to transfer those goals to another people. If you keep your abilities, if you keep your whatever it is in you, like supposingly if you say, like as Miss Ezendra was telling, that everybody has a potential but you have to utilize it. So if you have that potential within you, and you utilize on the right medium with the right kind of a platform and right kind of a time also, so you can become a leader. And in my opinion and in my eyes, a leader is somebody who doesn't keep these qualities within themselves. He spread the quality, he try to make another leaders, leaders, because then they are the role models. If you cannot walk the talk, nobody can follow you. So first of all, leaders have to have a uh, very strict regime, very strict followers, that people are following me. I have to do according to what I believe within me, that I'm going to make a change in the society. First of all, to achieve whatever field, whether you are teacher, whether you are content writer, as she was mentioning, whether you are entrepreneur, or whether you are a homemaker or anything else, you have to trust within your abilities, that yes, I can do it as a woman, and I have a ability to do not only to myself but to others who can follow me. Like, even if I take example of a mother, mother is a leader of a family, who shows her children how they can be in the future, and it is depends on her bringing a leadership thing, which she nurtures the children, which is the future of the society. So, and let's come back to the other things, that other leaders, where they have the professional abilities, they are fortunate enough to get good education, to get good exposure, to do the services for any field, whether it is humanity, or it is being air hostess, or being uh, mechanic, engineers, or anything, or be it to do the world leaders like Mother Teresa, or like because I'm from India, Indira Gandhi. She was a big leader, and she was the Prime Minister of India, which ruled two times, and which is really a commendable thing. So all these people who I'm giving the examples, they have that ability, and they have that knowledge that I have this fire in me. I have to utilize this to make the change in my life first, and through my examples, people will uh, uh, follow me. People will try to follow my path, and they will copy me. So they have to keep the living examples. So the major quality which I feel in a leader is that he makes lots of followers by his or her. Now we are talking about women, by her own actions, by her own deeds, by her own visuals, by her own visions and goals. So the others, whoever will see, okay, this woman, she's doing so much in her field. Why can't I do it? So you create the example first to become a leader, and then you transfer those examples and those things in other leaders. Many years back, I have founded this, as she was mentioning, this group called Women Helping Women, where initially I took 25 women leaders of UAE, where they were advocates, they were doctors, they were engineers, they're entrepreneurs, they were the journalists. I took it, I picked from 25 fields from there, and then we gathered together and we make a group. And we said, okay, we all achieved certain level in our life, but we don't want to keep it to ourselves. Let's spread it to the world. Let's help other women to let them become the leaders. So we contacted the labor camps over here, where these laborers, they came, they joined hands with us, and among that we have made the small groups where we mentor them how they can polish their own skills, how they know that what skill is in me, whether I am a very good cook, I am a good tailor, I am a good teacher, I am a good writer, I am a good homemaker, whatever. So we gave them wings to fly and to see their flight, how long they can go in life. So practically we did with them, and later on we created lots of leaders. So we, as a woman, we have to create leaders by our own example. So I truly trust and believe in this, that you have to live with your example, walk the talk, people will follow you. And when you are a leader, you don't think only about yourself. Your mission is to think about a larger community, the community who look onto you, because you are the role model. Leader is a role model. So when you are a role model, your every move, your every action is accountable. And when things are accountable, you have to be very honest in your dealings. You have to be very uh, it's like a big family. When you are there and you're the head of the family, then you think about everyone else but not you. You think about yourself also first, but you think about the community. So when you are a leader or you have a leadership quality, you see that how I'm going to control everyone around me, by not the controlling that way, but how I'm going to make their lives impactful, how I'm going to transfer that impactful life into making their lives much, much better, and teach them how they can, first of all, improve themselves. And once they improve themselves, then I will teach them how they can improve the lives of the others, so they can create a leader. So, leadership, when I see, it's like a chain, and if you believe that this chain goes on a long way, then I can say myself that I'm a good leader. And for that, I have started recently a company called Future Philanthropist, where I am giving the mentorship to the leaders itself, because a lot of leaders, they don't know themselves what is rules and regulations to do the CSR activities, supposedly, if they wanted to have the career particularly in humanity. Because I feel if you are rooted person. If you want to do something for humanity, you do that. So I'm just giving you an example. So like that, a lot of people can choose any field, wherever field, whatever field you feel comfortable with. So I felt myself comfortable in humanitarians. So I thought, let me create more humanitarians, because in UAE we have everything. We have, it's such a rich country where it comes to culture, where it comes to the security, the sense of sensibility. I'll give you one example. Whenever I go out in the night, sometimes 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I come back. I feel so safe. Sorry, I feel so safe and secure in this country. This is a perfect place for women. And here we feel that whatever the resources we have, we can make it to make more women leaders. And that's what gives me the inspiration. I'm right now talking about my inspiration, and my inspiration comes from day to day things, where when I meet women laborers, when I meet the women blue collar workers, or a woman teacher, or anyone, they always teaching me something. A leader should be willing to learn from others, grasp that quality inside them, and they should, the women leaders should think that how I'm going to improve even my skills. Even then, I have become the top of the leader and everybody is following me. Even at that time, you should be a learner. When you will be a learner, you will learn new things, and you can impact so many things in the society. You can create complete beautiful word of giving by your living with your examples. So this is what I believe, and I do that practically. So I'm not here to give you any kind of a theory or anything. It's just that I want to give the insight that yes, all women by birth, we all have leadership skills. Some skills with time, with lack of resources, everything, it die, you know. And unfortunately, some ladies, they don't feel themselves so empowered or um, being a leader. But if they want, any woman, whether you are literate or illiterate, or skills or non skills, you can be a leader. Anyone can be a leader if you have a urge, and if the society gives them little bit of guidance, and that fire, and that desire that I can change the society. When you can change the families, you can bring the life, or giving a birth to a child or anything. Women can do anything in this world. And I think they are the best example of being a leader in any field. I must say, whether going to the space or doing any work, from the being a vendor to going to the space or anything, women can do anything. You can rule the country, you can rule the families, you can do anything. So this is my take for today's topic, is that women are already empowered. They just need opportunities. They need a right kind of people to support them. They need women helping women. If a woman is helping the other woman, we can create millions of leaders in the society. And that's my message to everybody. And thank you so much for having me today for this such beautiful topic of the women leaders, which we all have inside us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam Julie, for that very enlightening topic. Okay, I think participants also have their takeaways. I myself have these takeaways. Leaders live by examples, and that is to walk your talk.
Talk.
Okay, so everyone, actually, madam, here, most of the participants here in the IGP webinars, most of us participants are actually teachers. So we every day, we face during the normal time. We face students every day with different attitudes, with different behaviors. Okay, with those we learn from those different characters, no, and then
Yes.
from learning with those different characters, we can now pattern what kind of teaching, what kind of leaders are we going to be in the classroom. And we teachers do wholeheartedly our duties to share knowledge to the students. And we hope that we can change their lives for the betterment of
True.
each nation, of our nation and your nation. Okay, Madam Julie, we will get
Thank you
back to
very
you
much.
later on the question and answer portion.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, dear participants, again, don't forget to share, tag, and comment on the comment box. Share this live videos, webinars with your friends and in the community. Now, we will be proceeding to the quiz competition portion. Log on to www.slido.com. Okay, so we have our participants joining the competition, the quiz competition. We have Sir, Madam Kaviyarasi Ramalingam, Madam Jeneline Villar Resurrection, Madam Maria Lucy P. Liwa, Madam okay, Madam or Sir Norjana Ampuan, Sir Renante Flores. We have Venice Ginta Cerso, Sir Nao or Madam Nang Latun, Madam Ida Ramirez Martinez, Madam Sir Jessie M. Manalo. We have Sir Eugene. We have 103 participants. Okay, you participants, join our quiz competition for tonight. Log on to www.slido.com. For the code, we have capital IGP quiz. Okay. The link is in the comment box. Just click it. Okay, we have 108 participants who are joining the quiz competition certificates. Okay, top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificates. Okay, top 10 will get a certificate. Top 10 winners will be announced later. Okay, we would like to acknowledge Madam Heidi B. Andalao, Madam Rosalind Navarro Arona, Madam Joyce, Madam Sheila, Madam Renita, Madam Evelyn, Madam Edam or Sir Edam, Sir Rusty, Madam Ida, Sir Lamberto, Madam Sir Romel, Madam Annalisa. Okay, please join participants, dear participants, please join our competition quiz for tonight with the IGP code capital IGP quiz. The link is in the comment box below. Okay, we have now 100. Okay, first question. As leaders, women tend to be more, is it democratic or autocratic? Okay, we got the correct answer. Okay, most of the participants, 87% answered democratic, and that is the correct answer. Okay, number two question. Oh, okay, John Carlo is on the top one. Number two question. Which type of leadership lets women exercise primary influence instead of men? Is it matriarchal leadership or is it a transactional leadership? Okay, most of the participants answered 67% of the participants answered matriarchal leadership, and that is the correct answer. Okay, the third question. Sir John Carl is still on the top one. The third question. What does situational leadership depend on? Is that the task on the assignment? Or is it the situation at hand? Okay, seven, six, five, four, three, two. And the correct answer is okay. Most of the participants, 80% of the participants answered no, the situation at hand, and that is the correct answer. What is the fourth question? The fourth question. Okay, Sir John Carlo Belonza is still on the top one. Sir John Carlo also. Okay, on number four question. What is worldly leadership? Is it leaders from all over the world? Or is it looks different in different countries? It has to be relevant locally. What would be the right answer? Okay, 59% answered the letter B. Okay, and they got the correct answer. Okay, number five question. There are fewer women in lead. Oh, yes, sir. John Paul de Luna is on the top one. Roseller Cabasag. Top two, Matt Draven. Calendar. Number three, May. Jumping Olavides on the number four. And five is Rusty Lopez. They have the same questions. Okay, number five. Uh, okay, forgive us. Pardon us. There's a technical problem on that. Number five. There are fewer women in leadership positions. Is it true or false? Okay, and the correct answer is 73% got the correct answer. True. Okay, number six question. Okay, we are still the top five. Perfect score. Sir John Luna, Sir Matt, Sir Rusty, Madam Leia, and Madam Juliet. Okay. There's a difference on the time, no? The faster who click it faster. That's the difference. Okay, number six question. What are leadership mindsets? Is it number one are like a window that we can look through to get different perspective, or is it the rules of being a leader? What is the correct answer? Let's see. Okay, and most of the participants got it correct. 89%. Letter A. Okay. Number seven. What is leadership? Is it the state or position of being a leader? Is it the leaders of an organization, country, or others? Is it the action of leading group of people or an organization? Or letter D, all of this? Okay. The answer is obvious. The one who click it faster will be on the top. Okay, still, Sir John. He clicked it fast. Okay, number 8 question. Which amendment allows women to vote? Okay, is it 19th or 18th? Okay, and the correct answer is letter A, 19th. 67% of the participants got it correct. Okay, number 9 question. Another group that did not have equal rights were women. Is it true or false? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the correct answer is okay, 71% of the participants got it correctly. True. And the next question would be, what are some famous virtues leaders? Is it Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, or is it Richard Nixon? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Oh, most of the participants answered Gandhi, and that is the correct answer. Okay, the top 10. Congratulations! Sir John Paul de Luna, Sir Matt. You find June Torres Valendes. Okay, Sir is showing the top 10. You will be getting a certificate and it will be posted on our website at www.edu.igp.com. Okay, who are the winners? Madam Sir Matt, Madam Sir John Paul, Sir Matt, Madam Raquel, Manawis number 4, number Madam Carla, number 5, Madam Carmela, number 6, Madam Ida, number 7, Madam Heidi, Madam Eunice, Eugene, I should say, and number 9, Sir Joel, and Bliss Palma. Okay, congratulations to the winners. You will be getting a certificate and it will be posted later. Congratulations. Okay, so now we will proceed to the question and answer portion. Dear participants, just type in the comment box your questions and okay. Hello again, dear beloved speakers. It is now time for the
Hi.
question and answer portion. Okay? Our dear participants will address the speaker, okay, to answer their question. They will be typing their question in the comment box, and we will, the speakers will answer it. Okay, dear participants, you can now ask questions to our dear lovely speakers. Okay, they are willingly, they are willing to share their insights, more deeper insights. Okay, okay. Again, you may now type your questions in the comment box so that we can answer. The speakers can answer your queries more detailed if you would want to. Okay. Please address the speaker's name. Okay. After the question and answer, we will share the certification process. Okay, we have our first question from Madam Marjolin Wahatar. To all the speakers, who is that great leader you admire most? Okay, I would like to call on Madam, of course, our Madam First Speaker, Madam Pabalma. With the honor, Madam.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ed. Yeah, on that question, the leader that I admire the most is our former South African president, Nelson Mandela, because of his ability to stand for what he believed in, and that he stood for something that was not going to serve only him. That touches on what my colleagues and sisters here were saying, that as a mother in the household, you look after everybody, and take care of their needs, and their and ensure that they are better people so that they can go and serve the world better. So leadership is about considering the interests of others. He did that very well for us as South Africans, because now we have democracy because of his leadership abilities. And I was also mentioning that I grew up in a village just like him, the former president of South Africa, who was a village that was run by women. So one of the women leaders I admire the most is my mother. I don't know how they managed to do it, to raise us with the very little that they had. So she was a resourceful leader. She was a leader that applied principles of putting us ahead of everything else. She got her degree at the age of 50 after I already had my master's degree. So I'm not saying people should not consider themselves, but such qualities, sometimes it becomes a necessity that you put others ahead of your own interest when you're a leader. So that's why I admire President Nelson Mandela, like former president, and my mother. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Our mother is our leaders.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, we would like to hear from Madam Sandra. Please, Madam.
Hi, for me, I admire Mahatma Gandhi a lot because he was able to take a stand for peace in a way that was not in an unexpected way that has had a huge impact um, for his country and I guess for individuals as well in the ways in which he united people of all walks of life, religions, and all of that. It has so many ramifications, its impact um, that came from who he was, of the stand he took for it. Um, so, yeah, thank you.
Yes, of course. We all knew Mahatma Gandhi, Mandela. We have heard, and we are studying their lives here in Philippines. Okay, Madam, can we hear your answer, Madam Green? Thank you, Madam.
Yeah, definitely. I think Zendra gave my answer too. I too believe that Mahatma Gandhi was ever the greatest leader of its time, actually, until date, actually, because he was the one who changed the revolution to completely. To the, if I'll say categorized, definitely Mahatma Gandhi for the men, and the woman, it's Mother Teresa for me. She is the one I look up to because she was like such a petite lady, but she win the hearts for everyone, and everybody wants to be like Mother Teresa. So these two for me, like everybody wants to be like Mahatma Gandhi, and everybody wants to be like Mother Teresa. So for me, these two are the ever role models as a leaders for me.
Yes, very well said, Madam. Mother Teresa is a selfless person.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I know everyone. Okay, everyone. Every participant has their own idols. I mean, leaders who truly looking up to. Okay, number two, Sir Gwen, if that's Sir or Madam Gwen in Japi Gabat Hello. What top three qualities of a woman leader will you consider as best weapon on today's pandemic? We start with Madam Lysandra. Please do the honor.
Yes, well, I was thinking that the top three or top four qualities have to be, first of all, care for the community in all ways and form. Um, Assertiveness. These are tough decisions that are required to be made, and they require a lot of courage at times, um, because there are a lot of interests involved that have to be considered. So you have to be assertive and wise as you try to be fair in the face of what needs to be decided at this time to for the protection of all, in order to be caring for all.
Yes, thank you, Madam. Okay, can we have Madam Judy? What are the
yeah.
top
For
three
me,
qualities of women leader
okay,
you
thank you.
consider
I
as
can
best?
say that I can say that I can give the example of a woman leader, three qualities, seeing especially because this question related to pandemic, and I hats off to the New Zealand, the Prime Minister, the way she handled the pandemic. Those qualities I think every woman leader should have, because that was the first country to control the pandemic in thorough way, which was her vision, which was her controlling power, which was her things that she can overpower the pandemic. So these three qualities for me, it should be in a leader as in the pandemic especially.
Safety of the community. Okay, so the top goals during this time of pandemic. Madam Babawa, to the honor.
Okay, yeah. Yes, for me, especially during the pandemic, is empathy, because we're all going through difficult times, and as we need to support each other as we are pushing and trying to get out of this difficult situation. That ability to empathize and really lead with your heart. Consider what people are going through. So it's empathy, and the second one is resourcefulness, because you have to do much with little at your disposal. And I think women are able to do this, taking it back again to their households, where you have a piece of chicken and you share it amongst all the children. So we have that innate ability to be resourceful, and is a key leadership quality that we need at this point in our lives. And then the other one is just the ability to adapt to changing situations, and being agile and just adapt. Mm.
Yes, adapt.
Yeah. Mm.
That's why we have the new normal. Okay. We have the third question from Madam Lorraine Fernandez. To all the speakers, what's the best leadership style for you? Okay, we do the Madam Judy. Please do the honor.
Yeah, for me, I can say my like the style is that walk the talk. Whatever you're going to say to the people or going to portray to the people, if it's not inside you, that style, nobody is going to follow you. Nobody is going to be influenced by you. So the style is that you walk the talk, and then people will follow you and then influence the life.
Very well said. Okay, Madam Obama. Do the honor, please.
Yeah, it links to that for myself too. It's about authenticity, the style of being that authentic leader, showing up as yourself, because people are not looking for somebody else. So if you, as much as we learn from others, but if they see that now we are just mirroring other people, and yes, what comes out is not the real you, then there's that lack of trust. So kind of people with a hold back. So it's really the authenticity.
Okay. Originality is the key. Yes, Madam. Madam Sandra. Do the honor, please.
Yeah. Yes, I also agree with the
Oh,
both of them. Walk the talk and authenticity, being able to make that walk one that comes from within, from the heart, from what you believe in, and from what you're willing to take a stand for. Yes.
yeah. Okay, very well said, dear speakers. Okay, we have the next question. How can we establish women empowerment during this time of pandemic? Okay, how can we establish? Okay, do the honor, Madam Obala, please.
How can we establish it? We are doing it right now. You see platforms like these, where we've just established the new normal, and we're equipping, empowering each other through feeding our skills and building each other in terms of education through platforms like these. So even out of a big platform like in IGP, we can do it amongst ourselves in our communities as women. We have these webinars, even WhatsApp video calls for the five of us, and we just talk about what's happening around us, finding out where we are at and how we can support each other. So that's how we can really establish women empowerment. First, we just need to understand that we can't do it alone. We need to be united and do it as a collective, and learn from our diverse backgrounds and different experiences, share each other's stories. And for that to happen, this new normal is enabling us to connect wherever we are across the world.
Okay, can we have your insight, Madam Sandra?
Yes. In the same line, I think that mutual support, partnerships, interdependence, everything that allows us to, in a way, care for each other in a time of so much changes that are constant and intense. And even though we may have our own personal resources, um, it is also important to share the journey, right? To be able to offer support in those areas in which we need it, offer light, um, because we are in constant change, as least that's how I'm experiencing this time. And we should never be alone. Thank you.
Yes, very well said. And lastly, Madam Julie, can we have your insight for the
Yeah,
last
actually,
question?
yes, please. I always feel actually we don't need to empower women. Women are empowered like when she born. You know, like that ability in her is there. But definitely we can create the opportunities, as my two fellow speakers just now emphasizes, that we should create more opportunities. Like you people have created this opportunity, this is a very wonderful way of empowering whoever is listening to us, whoever is watching to us right now. You people are empowering. So these kind of webinars, these kind of social gathering, but digitally, is very important, whether it is a group of a WhatsApp, or if you empower one woman at a time, you can empower the society actually. Because one woman is a part of a large society, a large community. So I feel women can empower anybody and any woman anytime, but they don't need empowerment as such, because women by born, I believe in this, that they're empowered.
Women empowerment. It is within our hearts as
It
always.
is.
Okay,
It is
very well said.
inbuilt.
Yes.
It is inbuilt.
Yes, thank you so much, dear lovely speakers. We learned a
Thank,
lot. Okay, our participants
thank you
learned a
so
lot.
much.
Thank you for your time. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Till
you.
next time. This is
Thank
the
you.
last
Okay.
time we will
Thank
Bye.
you.
see each other. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Okay, bye,
Bye.
madam.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank
dear
Bye.
you.
speak.
Thank
Yes. Okay. Okay. Dear lovely participants, again, don't forget to share, tag, and comment on the comment section your reviews on these seminars. Okay. Our first announcement, we have our first webinar series program, 5 parts webinar series. Topic is authentic assessment in teaching and learning. Part 1 will be on October 1st. Part 2 will be on October 4th. Part 3 will be on October 7th. Part 4 will be on October 10th. Part 5 will be on October 26th. Okay, don't forget to set your reminder, and registration link is available on our website www.eduigp.com. Okay, our second webinar series program. It has a 4 parts. It is a 4 parts webinar series. The topic is teaching English as a foreign language and assessment. Part 1 will be on October 2. Part 2 will be on October 6. Part 3 will be on October 20, and Part 4 will be on October 24. Upcoming webinars always available on our website www.eduigp.com. Don't forget to share it with your friends and in your community. Okay, more announcement. Our third webinar series program. It has a 5 parts. Okay, 5 parts webinar series. Topic will be digital classroom engagement tools. Part 1 will be on October 11. Part 2 will be on October 12. Part 3 will be on October 13. Part 4 will be on October 14. And Part 5 will be on October 15. Again, those seminars, upcoming seminars, and the previous seminars are available on our website. Just click on the www.eduigp.com. Also, don't forget to share it with your friends and in your community. Okay, more announcement from our team. Okay, the announcement. We will launch quiz competition tab with, okay, pardon me, diploma certificate announcement. After checking your activity and your submitted certificates, if you qualified, we will upload your diploma certificate on our website. You have to download it from our website, www.eduigp.com. We started uploading from September 13. Okay, you can now view your names there on our website. Okay, just follow the arrow. If you visit our website, you can see the diploma certificate part icon. Okay, just don't forget to visit. our website www.igp.com. Okay, sorry for the delay. Starting from the September 13, we will upload diploma certificate on our website. We will upload it gradually. Okay, please check until you receive yours. Visit https colon slash slash eduigp.com slash international. We started uploading. Actually, there's a lot. I check it and we have 50 certificates. Okay, as you can see in your screen, we have our sample copy. Started to share, started uploading, and now you can download it and share also. Share it in your Facebook page, on Twitter, and other platforms. Okay, our topic for today's program is the power of women leaders. This is now the certification process. This is the step one. Click on the link below of today's program. Certification link is now available in comment box and pinned comments. Certification link will be available always in this program post. It's either in Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube, description. And in our website also it is available. Just visit www.eduigp.com. The certification process, you can claim your certificate in two ways. Direct link from comment box, pinned comment, post description. Or if you are not able to click this link, please directly browse our website www.eduigp.com for all information together. Find today's program with a topic, okay? Then the process are the same. Our today's topic is the power of women leaders. Okay, browse our website www.eduigp.com or given link. You will redirect in this page of our website as you can see in your screen. Okay, the power of women leaders. Okay, if you are new, create your account. If you have an account, then log in directly. After that, find the seminar title and get enrolled. You will be typing your, okay, that's how, okay, IGP code for today's program entitled The Power of Women Leaders. Capital IGP 3344. This is now the step 4. Certificate code is required. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. Again, dear participants, don't forget to share this webinar to your friends and communities. Share also our website so we can encourage many to participate in these webinars. Okay, as you can see, step 5, with code click, get your certificate. As you can see in your screen, type in your code IGP3344 and then click the get your certificate. It is automatically downloaded. Okay. The power of women leaders. Topic for today's program. Don't forget to visit our website www.eduigp.com. We also another that's the process. Okay, as you can see, that's the copy of the certificate for today's webinar. Your certificate is now ready. Step 7, anyone can verify your certificate. Okay, it is an ISO certified. Another announcement. Our core team members are always ready in comment section to support you to find solutions. Okay, if you have your comments, suggestions, just type in the comment box. Our team customer service representatives for FB page are Ma'am Cherise, Abejo Caberos, and Madam Janet Cabral. So if you have any suggestions, topic, you can just type it in the comment box, and we will be gladly answering your queries with the help of our team customer service representative. Okay, another announcement. Team customer service representative. Let's wait. Okay, team customer representative in the FB group, Madam Sherilyn Yamaguchi, Sir Jonas Malingen, Sir Alonso Warren Carriaga. Okay, they will be gladly answering your queries. Another team customer representative in the YouTube channel are Calvin Renato, Sir Joel Danoog, and Sir Jeffrey Sayan. Another team customer service representative. Okay, we have our next webinar on the September 17th evening session, Financial Education. Okay, we have speakers from the Philippines, three speakers from the Philippines. Our next webinar, okay, let's wait for another webinar. Next webinar will be on September 18th at evening session again, the power of positive thinking. We have three speakers from India, South Africa, and from Mexico. Okay, register now. Okay, we have upcoming webinar on September 19 morning session. Topic: Interactive Learning Strategies in Education. We have three speakers from Philippines. Okay, we have another seminar on the September 19th evening session with the topic psychosocial issues of the students. We have three speakers from India and Australia. Okay, register now. Okay, we have another seminar September 20 with the topic skills, not degrees, the future of employment globally. That is an evening session. We have speakers from Nigeria and India. Okay, upcoming webinar on September 21 with the topic e-gradebook for teachers. Okay, we have four speakers from Philippines. It is still on the evening session, 8 o'clock. Okay, upcoming webinar September 22, still in the evening session with the topic doing business and training in the online world. We have speakers from Australia, Spain, and South Africa. Okay, registration link is in the comment box below and in our website www.eduigp.com. All webinars are there. Upcoming webinars are there. Click on the link. Okay, register now and get the reminder. Okay, so that it will be you will get notified. Okay, another webinars, upcoming webinars. Okay. Upcoming webinars on September 24. It is still on the evening session. That is 8 o'clock. Character Formation in Educational Leadership. That's the topic title. With the speakers from Philippines. Okay. Reminders to participants. Certificates will be awarded to active participants. Okay. Just don't forget to share each webinar to your friends and in your community so that they too can get certificates and be benefited with these webinars, that they can be useful to their professional and personal life. Okay, another seminar, September 25. It is still on the evening session. The topic, learning across areas of math, social studies, and assessment, with the speakers from Philippines. Again, dear participants, just visit our website, www.eduigp.com. Another upcoming webinar morning session on the September 26th with the topic Learners' Mental Health. Our speakers will be coming from United States. Morning session is will start from 9:30 a.m. Okay, interesting topics are now. Okay, okay, another topic, another webinar on the September 26th evening session with the topic the value of enterprise and entrepreneurship education with the speakers from South Africa, Scotland, South Africa. Okay. Again, reminders to our dear participants. These upcoming webinars are also posted in our website. Just visit the, our website www.eduigp.com. Don't forget to share it with your friends and in your community so that they too can gain the knowledge that the speakers will be giving us. Okay, another topic, another upcoming webinar on the September 27th evening session with the topic English Literature and Psychology Role in Education. Speakers from Philippines. Okay, very nice topic, isn't it? Upcoming webinar on the September 28th. Still, it is an evening session with the topic Innovative Teaching Strategies Amidst Pandemic. Okay, timely. Speakers will be coming from Philippines. Very useful, very timely topic for us, especially teachers like me. Okay, another topic, September 29, evening session with the topic Communication Skills in Teaching and Learning Process. Okay, with the speakers from Vietnam, India, and Greece. Okay, another upcoming webinar on the September 30th evening session with the topic Healthy Living Equals Successful Living. Yes, our speakers will be coming from United States, Philippines, and India. Okay, another topic. Okay, okay. Again, today's program name is The Power of Women Leaders with the code IGP3344. Without code, no one is eligible for certificates. With code, you can claim your certificates anytime. Okay. reminders to our dear participants. Don't forget to share our website to your friends and in your community so that they too can gain knowledge that will be beneficial to their professional and personal life. Okay, we have no okay. Okay, dear participants, the Team IGP and I would like to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for attending today's session. Hopefully, you learned something new that you will use in your career and your life. Please leave a review, a recommendation on our page at www.eduigp.com if you learned something or we help you a little bit. Don't forget to collect your certificates and give a check-in with IGP. Please spread the information with your friends and community. We hope to see you all again in the next webinar. Stay happy, stay safe. To God be all the glory. Good night. Bye bye.